I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter, talking with Anthony Iannarino. We're both founders of Outbound. See, Anthony wanted to say that he's one of the founding members of Outbound, so I just kind of beat him to the punch.
Oh, you ate my lunch. You're going right into it.
Whoa! Because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about his new book, Eat Their Lunch. It's not about eating your lunch. It's about eating their lunch. Anthony, different title for a really, I want to say it's a different book for you because it really digs down deep and really helps salespeople understand what is it that they need to do to be successful in a competitive world, which we all do happen to live in.
There's no doubt about it. And I think that in each book, I've tried to be prescriptive. And so in the first book, The Only Sales Guide, I'm prescriptive about getting the mindset and the skill set. The second book, it's prescriptive about how you manage to control the process and the conversations. This book is prescriptive about how you have a pursuit plan that allows you to identify your dream clients, pursue those dream clients, and take them away from your competitor that already has a strategic relationship with them. So this book is a series of frameworks, starting with level 4 value creation, and then going into how to capture mind share, how to professionally pursue your dream client, set up a cadence, and then how to think about stakeholders, and then how to become a trusted advisor and a peer.
See, those are two key messages that you've been driving home for years, level 4 and dream client. I mean, I've never been with you, never seen you on the stage where you're not talking about those two things. In this book, you really bring them together.
You know, I think all of us, and when I say all of us, I'm talking about the founding members of Outbound right now. So between me, you, and Jeb and Mike, all of us believe that you should have targets. All of us believe that you have to decide what you want before you start making the decision as to how you're going to pursue it. All of us agree that you should be pursuing it with some sort of a cadence, and that cadence is always going to include the phone. So there's a lot of that work that you need to do to have that conversation in the book. And just this last week, I posted a picture of a sequence inside outreach.io, which is a sponsor of Outbound. And I set up a cadence inside Outreach using the actual cadence that I recommend in the book for pursuing dream clients. But it's that tactical and practical advice that I think salespeople need, because there's so much talk, you know this, there's so much pseudo-expert advice on LinkedIn that confuse people, like never pick up the phone, always wait for your client to tell you what the next step is. All these things that you go, you must not spend very much time in sales because all of these things are really bad ideas. And when you look at that blog post, you'll see that the phone over indexes in every single case. And if you follow a cadence that begins with the phone instead of 8 emails, you end up with better results. So you're going to find that kind of stuff in Eat Their Lunch. It's very, very prescriptive, maybe the most prescriptive book I've written yet.
I don't want to go on a rant here because it's a video about your book, but I'm sure tempted to on this whole telephone thing.
I triggered you somehow.
I know, you triggered me. Calm down. Hey, but this is your third book. What comes up after this?
We're working on 2 books right now. We're working on a book about the cadence for leading a sales organization. And we're writing right now a second piece to that that's really for a much more general audience. And it's about how to remove negativity and scarcity from your thinking so that you can do better work. So it's a very, very broad book. That book will be more of I would call it a success-oriented book or a mindset book.
You know, there's something interesting when you talk to Anthony, and I'm not talking to you, Anthony, I'm talking to the audience right now. Your initials are AI, which does stand for artificial intelligence. No, Anthony Intelligence. So, hey, let's wrap this up, but let's do a quick shout out for Outbound in April. And I mean, we're both 2 of the founding members, along with Jeb Blunt and Mike Weinberg. You know, and it's amazing. I don't think a day goes by that we don't text each other.
I know there's not a day. And I mean, it's a full-time job to keep up with the text messages. It's always something. It's a lot of chop busting, if we're being honest. And since we're chop busting and you ate my lunch, I have to eat yours and say you are a founding member of the Outbound Conference, but I was the conceptualizer of the conference and I named it.
Well, excuse me, but then I was the first one that brought us all together when we did that soiree in DC. Whoa! Hey, we love each other. We are brothers of a separate mother. I still have my hair. Hey, book? You got the book?
I still have eyebrows.
Eat Their Lunch. Anthony Iannarino. And they can reach you at where?
thesalesblog.com or get the books on Amazon.
Great. We're out of here. Great selling.